what we just did was, here's the way to like walk the next 10 years. It's like it's the way to walk the next day, the next week, and the next month. And I'm really, really interested in you somehow getting back in touch with us and letting us know, like, if you're just in that state of balance and moving through your day with the intention of service and doing the right thing and doing what you're meant to do, and just, like, second by second doing that, even for a few days, I'm sure it's going to be an amazing experience for you. So I want you to write back and let us know.
I will do that.
Great, fantastic. What I'd love to do is let you turn directly to the camera and to our audience and let them know a little bit about what you do and where to reach you.
Okay, so I'm sure I was looking at the camera. That's the camera right there. Yeah. Okay. Tell them about me and what I do.
Please, yes.
Well, as Reba's already shared about me, I am a #1 best-selling author and a speaker and relationship expert, transformation expert. I love helping my clients, mostly women, to really heal their heart, own their feminine power, the mastery, actually, not power, the feminine mastery, to both change the world and attract amazing relationships. That's my real fulfillment, joy, and passion. And this year feels the year that I intend to be doing this large scale with bigger audiences that I don't necessarily have to create, but there aren't as many men speaking at conferences of women to really, as a masculine man, invite and invoke their divine feminine. And that's really where I think I'm being drawn to this year particularly. And that's my passion that's been undergirding everything I've been doing, is I love helping women step into their mastery, but not as a masculine energy, which is what they've been trained to for the most, since 1960s with sex feminist movement. Anyway, I'm not getting into the technical stuff, but that's really my joy and my service, to really help women flow in their grace, but also their power that they maybe not owned before.
That's wonderful. And where can people reach you? What is your website?
Right now I'm rebranding the stuff, but the best way to reach me is my name. So barryselby.com. That's the way to find me.
Fantastic. Well, you have your homework from me, and I hope you
Yes.
do it. And I have another question for you that I want to just pose to you, which is, how can what you know about relationships, what I'd love for you to do is to come up with 3 concrete things that you can do in your new career goals that you've learned from what you teach.
Ooh. So send it back to myself. Interesting.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. You want them right now? All 3?
If you have, that'd be great.
The first one is easy, because the first one you actually told me, because you said it in the feedback about the self-love part. This is one of the things I give my clients every single time. So it's like, I do it on occasion, but doing it more emphatically, and also tying into this feeling of what we just expressed. To spend the time looking in the mirror and spending time in my own heart to really own my own self-love, self-support, and self-ownership of what I already know, which is something that I know, but I need to do. So that's a good practice for myself to do every day as a rebuilding process for myself. That's one. Secondly, actually, it feels like, is what you just gave me again in the paint stuff in the picture, is to actually do the visioning, or spend 5 minutes just to imagine in my mind this experience, to walk in front of stage and see how it feels, because it anchors that anchors the energy of pulling me where I want to go. So that's kind of like, and that's what I do again with my clients with coaching for a relationship. I help them vision their relationship. So this is a very interesting parallel.
And just to remind you to vision both the externals and all that excitement, but also, like, how do you feel when you check into the hotel room, and how do you feel when you have that breakfast, that muffin, in the lobby?
Right.
All, like, really paint yourself into the whole picture, so that you begin to really understand what it feels like to you as a lifestyle.
Yes. I love it. Yeah, that really speaks to me. I like that a lot. And I've had glimpses of it, but not made it a priority. So that's definitely homework I'll take on as a priority, because something, again, I can do in my own space, my own time, anytime. There's 2. Third one. Third one. Actually, the third one, I think, because as I already spend quite a bit of time in online, in live stream apps and other places talking to, once I'm doing those, add to the feeling of how it would be to be speaking to a bigger audience than I am speaking to. So I keep opening up the space to a larger reception of what I'm saying. So not just doing it, but also the feeling of how it feels to be a bigger audience than I actually see. So I was practicing.
I love that. And how did you draw that? I mean, to me, that resonates with me because I'm a very big believer in intention, and that is like, just that intention that people are seeing and listening and hearing and getting excited about what you're saying is huge. But how does that connect, just out of curiosity, how does that connect for you with your relationship work that you do with your clients?
Well, because the thing is, in my work, my clients, a large part of the work is the vision of what they want to create. I help them really, first of all, start with the vision board, usually because it's the easy thing to do. People know what vision boards are. But then, like Alice in Wonderland, I have them walk through the looking glass of the vision board and take it on and walk into the future. It's 3 months, 6 months, first date, first anniversary, whatever the things are. So they can sit back and go, okay, now I've tried this on for a year. How does it feel? Like mocking up inner awareness. Right. So in some ways, it's almost kind of the embodiment of the picture, so they can feel it and really, one, course correct, but two, make it more magnetic. What I'm very clear about, and I've learned for many years, is that the feeling tone of what we are attracting becomes a magnet more powerfully than our mind can ever do.
Yes, for sure. Yes, and also, back to the self-love part. That's so huge because, certainly in relationships, how will a woman know how somebody should treat her well if she doesn't know how to treat herself well? So,
exactly.
Absolutely, the self-love. Can we do some of that for you? Can we apply some of that more than just self-love exercise, but a real self-appreciation of who you are and what you offer? I mean, I think that would be another. I'm adding to your homework here. Sorry.
It is my client. It's only fair it's turnabout.
I'm that kind of teacher, but really, really honor. A lot of us, we want to be heard and we want to be seen, and I think that's just perfectly normal. That's just a part of human nature to want to be seen and heard. But a big part of it, I think, is also, a little bit of wounded child, where we're,
yes.
Really need to be work on loving ourselves and listening to ourselves. Like if you want someone to listen to you, then to sit around and really, really listen and really honor what's inside of you. And I really hope you'll do that because I know you have so much to offer. And I'm really excited actually about seeing you expand your reach and really step out, with in a bright, shiny way that's just going to attract millions to you. So I think self-love is so important.
Well, I would say, just from a observation point of view with self-love, to do things that big, having watched people I know in the industry go on stage without that self-love, it becomes so ego required and painful because I've seen people go through collapses and implosions where they weren't able to handle it. I know the self-love is almost it's a requirement to be able to step on stage safely and to be in front of an audience openly and vulnerably without being self-destructing. So I know it's a requirement.
That's a brilliant insight, and it also is a really, excuse me, sorry. It's a brilliant insight, and it's a really wonderful, it's almost that we're doing these stepping forward things as a purification for ourselves, if you could use those words. Like this step that you're taking demands that you internalize all your teachings if you want to be safe on stage.
Like, I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's the brilliance about setting yourself up as a thought leader. It's that You have to embody it. So I think we have a few more minutes. If you have any other questions for me, go ahead. Or
I think I'm complete. I mean, I love what you're doing, and I love that this is a book that you're bringing out. It's great to bring this, and it's funny because visualization and stepping into that vision is stuff that I know of, but I've not seen people doing it really the way you're doing it. So I like what you're bringing forward, and it's very accessible. So maybe just because maybe I don't want to toot my own horn, but maybe because I've done some work, it made it easier. I'd love to know how you'd work with people who haven't done this or any other work before, how easy or comfortable it is for you to work with those people and how they are coming to you, how you shift them.
Yeah, I tend to I tend to believe that the simplest ideas are the most powerful, and I tend to work with very simple, doable exercises. So what happens is everybody does them on their level. And I have a whole lot of compassion for that because I was that young person wanting the dance studio and the classes and the parties and the systems. So I totally get being enamored of the outside picture, wanting to be accepting that Oscar statuette. I get it. But so people do it on the level that they're at. And if they're excited about that part, that's great because I think what happens is these excitements, they lead us forward on our dreams. And in pursuing our dreams, maybe the real product, maybe the byproduct, but I think actually the real product of following the dreams is the learning. So we have the dance studio and then we go, oh gosh, I forgot to plan my role. Oops, let me rethink this and know what to do next time. So, yeah. Cool. So on that note, I think we have to close this session. It was such an honor to sit with you today, and I wish you the greatest success.
Thank you. And thanks for having me on the show. It's wonderful.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. My name is Reba Linker. I can be found at rebalinker.com, and this is Paint Yourself into the Picture.
To see the rest of this episode, click on the link below the video now. You'll be glad you did. Are you still here? What are you waiting for? Click on the link below the video now to see the rest of this epic episode.